Hello, dear friends. Long time, I know, but I am with you now. And something happened to me yesterday that connected so many dots for me, so many dots that I felt compelled to share this live talk with you today. So I am opening up this platform as well as all of my other platforms for conversations, for connection with other people. We want to define social media for what was intended to be, and that is a platform where we can come together in real conversations, in conversations that move things forward for us, in conversations that make us feel seen, that make us feel appreciated, in conversations that really matter to everything that we are doing in the world, to everything that we are becoming, and to everything that we want to be in the world. I have titled this live, as you have perhaps seen that, 12 secret hashtags to elevate your game in life and business. Why did I call them secret? They are not actually secret, but because on this platform, not many people are using hashtags to connect, to communicate. So something radical is going to be revealed during this live. So just keep up with it, and I will tell you when that radical thing happens. I think you will recognize it as well. So to start with, I want to I'm looking forward to sharing this platform with you, and I'm going to be showing up here a lot more often, and I will invite you to participate in this conversation. Not the conversation that matters to me, but the conversation that matters to you, because there is too many conversations going on that don't really see or hear each other. People are missing the point, right? And we are oversaturated with information we don't need, right? So I want to bring you back inside here into the experience of your life that really matters to you. And when you feel you're most comfortable and vibrant in this environment here, then you can easily radiate that and influence and impact from that state of being. I hope that that is making sense, and I know it will make more sense as I try and describe each one of these secret hashtags that we can connect through our conversations. So, what happens on social media when we post something? Our friends, people you are there on my friend list for a reason. I want to have a conversation with you. And no, I don't want to hunt you down in Messenger because I know you are busy, same way that I am busy. I cannot scroll through 20 or 30 messages a day in the Messenger and do everything that I am doing and be having a real conversation with you. I am transparent with my conversations. So if you have a look, my posts here are public. There is a reason why my posts are set to public setting. That is because I have absolutely nothing held back. Everything that I give you is the highest value that I have inside me. it's the same value I share with my children. The same conversations that I'm having with them are the conversations that I am open to having with every single soul brother and soul sister out here. Okay, so to me, it really matters for you to understand that this platform here on which you're watching this video, whether you're joining me live, and I can see that someone is watching live, I want to say hello. And if you see the post from StreamYard, if you give them permission and want to say hello and participate while I'm doing this live, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, if you catch me on the replay, please use the hashtag replay. Tell me that you have watched this. Tell me how it's resonating with you, and tell me if you want to be part of this kind of conversation. Enough with things we didn't ask for, things we don't need, things we are bombarded with. This is a conversation that matters both to you and to me and to the world that we want to live in, the world that we are creating together, right? So, having said that, the first thought that came to my mind when I was quite young was, how do I show my love? What's the best way that I can give my love? And I have a younger brother, so he was always a receiver of this love. He was the first point of call. And I want to share the first hashtag that comes here is make a difference, right? When you allow yourself that what you are learning, for that to become a window into somebody else's perspective, when you allow yourself to model something for them, you are making a difference. So the hashtag make a difference is connected to me with the highest form of caring, loving, and giving, right? So you learn something, you want to share that. That is how you make a difference. You cannot make a difference with theory, with something that hasn't moved you from the center of your being. So if something was part of your experience, then do share it with me. Use this hashtag make a difference. And the reason why I said these hashtags were secret is because if you use them, I will regularly check all of these posts so that I am able to have a conversation with you. When you post something on your own profile or page, that I can join the conversation there with you, my friend. Hello, Marina, and thank you. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching this live. I really want to stop and pay attention and acknowledge you if you are taking time to participate here with me live. I don't know if I will be able to follow all of the comments, but thank you for joining me. And thank you also to everyone who will watch this recording. It really matters that we start this conversation because we have perhaps let things just slide, and I no longer want to do that. I want to have real conversation, but I do not want to have them in private necessarily, because guess what? My conversation with you out in the open can help someone else, right? So there is no need, unless there's really something private that you have to share with me, then I will invite you to share it with me through my email. I will send you email. If you tell me, Katarina, I just have something private to talk to you about, I will give you then my email address. So the first hashtag is make a difference. Share what you are learning. Be generous with that and invite me into that conversation. I want to support you on that journey. Second hashtag is share the lesson. Share the lesson. It's connected with the first one. And in many of the communities that I have founded in these last 5 years, I have cultivated and practiced this, what shall we say, tradition and custom of sharing maybe once a week, just in a conversation, sharing the most important thing that I have learned that week. And when a group of 5 or 10 of us shares the most important thing we have learned that week, that becomes very valuable collection of insights, of life wisdom, of something that gives pointers, directions, hope, and maybe even light at the end of the tunnel to many other people. So yes, thank you, Marina. I'm really glad that this is resonating with you, and I will get back to you. As soon as I finish my live, I will get back then to your comments so that I can address them properly. So sharing the lesson, if you want to share, I already share in my private Facebook group. I show up once a week and share just one most important lesson that has happened to me that week. And my members find that very useful. So I am just thinking of sharing that with you here and with them so that you are included, that you are part of that. Next one is define your meaning. When we are having conversations, the most important thing is that other person is getting what we mean, right? It isn't necessarily to understand us, because we need to first and foremost understand us, but to clearly state what we mean when we say something. I think it's a game changer. And again, this is something that I have observed in the last 5 years. And why am I just talking about the last 5 years? Because internet and online world has challenged us in different ways. I am just imagining you. I'm imagining your faces, all of my dear friends here. I am imagining all of you, and I'm looking at a computer camera here in front of me, right? So we had to adjust in that way. So defining our meaning, these conversations we are having sometimes with people who don't know us. They're meeting us for the first time. So some of you who are part of my community, you will know what I mean when I say masterpiece. You will know the exact depth of that word for me, because to me, it's more than just creating a piece of art. It's how you connect with the innocence inside you and your highest purpose to create a masterpiece out of you, first of all, out of your expression in this world. And then through that portal, you have access to co-creation with the highest self. That to me means masterpiece, right? And you might have had a different definition for yourself. So when we're having conversation, there is a need to say what we mean, so that giving the other person a chance to understand the full scope of what we consider when we say just one word like masterpiece. Okay, so use this hashtag if you are thinking about this, if you're creating a post on that subject. Next one is create your purpose. The purpose isn't somewhere out there and you have to somehow magically find it in life. It isn't mysteriously hidden from you. Your purpose is something, again, that is created inside you. And the deeper you are able to to go inside you, to pay attention to yourself, to really look after and love this mind, body, soul complex, as I call it, the more you will be aligned and connected, and you will see that, oh, you know, this is my purpose and this is my purpose. And the purpose isn't one solid thing. Your purpose is evolving as you are growing in life. So to me, finding your direction in life that is aligned with who you are, with your truth, that is part of what I do on daily basis. It's how I communicate. So to me, that is really an important subject for us to know truly who we are, and then to know where we are taking this vehicle that we have been given to navigate this life, and also how we look after it, right? So that is what I mean when I say create your purpose. Now, the next one, really important one, is open conversations. And I have attached the other one there, which is co-creator. To me, open conversations are exactly what is happening here, with an invitation for you to join this conversation out here in the comments of this live video. You are welcome to bring your opinion, your view, your experience, your insight, your wisdom is always welcome here. And there are no wrong answers here. There are no wrong conversations. There isn't anything that can happen on the wrong foot if you come with that intention of having an open conversation, right? In fact, many things have been created, co-created, I should say, from that place of start point that was in open conversations, right? So co-creator to me is the direct result of open conversations, because when we talk, we discover things that intrigue us about the other person. We discover things that are so similar to us. We discover things that really, these two elements, if put together, can create something magnificent. And so it goes, right? That is how things are created. But without having that open conversation first, it is difficult to collaborate on anything in life. Conversation is a starting point to everything. So our words, our willingness to share from this open heart that we have, right? And that brings me beautifully to open spirit, right? Open spirit is the highest that you have inside you, that connects you with every single human soul. We are all one. We are all one people, one race, human race. We are all one and the same. We are all brothers and sisters here. We are all here capable of giving and receiving, capable of looking after each other, capable of contributing, capable of growing together. So whatever is that spirit that moves you in the direction of another part of self, that is what I consider open spirit. And all of my platforms are open spirit. They come from that place. Also, unconditional. Unconditional. For love to be true to what love is, it has to be unconditional. And I'm not just talking about love. I'm talking about every single conversation, every single interaction, every single project, every single I don't know, project, I think is the best word, or relationship with another person in whatever capacity, has to be unconditional. If it's truly unconditional, both sides are allowed to exercise the true freedom of expression of who they are without fear of being judged, right? We don't like judging. We are often so strongly judging ourselves, and then we reflect that to other people. So unconditional removes all of that. So when you bring to your awareness, am I being conditional somewhere in my experience here, then you question yourself like that, and then you remove that element and see, okay, today I'm just going to try and be, no, today I'm going to be unconditional in my approach to this specific thing, and see how that works out. Just try, right? Just give it a go. Don't make up your mind until you have tried something. So I am absolutely for being skeptical, saying, is this really going to work for me? You have absolutely every right to exercise that caution, if you will, in your life. But every skeptic will actually try it and then see, because if you go deeper into the definition of skepticism, you will see that it isn't just saying, no, this is like that is different, that isn't skepticism. So it's a healthy thing to be skeptical, but then say, I'm just going to test this for myself. Always do that. Next hashtag I would invite you to use is, this is your moment. Many of you who have been friends for a while, you know that I have a podcast that is coming now to the second anniversary, 2-year celebration. So many conversations and so many collaborations, so many absolutely valuable and beautiful messages and stories have been shared on that platform. I would invite you to get involved in this conversation, to come forth and ask me in the comments of this live. Ask me if I am ready to share your story, because the answer is most probably going to be yes. If you have a story that is going to be inspiration for someone else, that is going to be a story that you overcame some adversity in your life, that you have turned your luck, as it were, that you have come out of a situation where maybe everybody else was predicting that you wouldn't, and you have conquered that. There are no small victories in life. For any victory that you have noted in your life, you have a lesson that is attached to that. And through that lesson also, that is part of your own purpose here, right? And I wouldn't say you have a duty, but I am sure that you feel inside you, when you share that with somebody who is now in that difficult situation that you were, I'm sure you found that that is a ray of light for them. That's a ray of hope, right? So that is that thing that connects us. That is what makes us relatable. It makes us show each other the human side. So hashtag, this is your moment, and you will be part of the conversation and probably be a featured guest on the podcast as well. Another hashtag that I have mentioned when I was describing to you what masterpiece means to me, I was giving you the definition as I feel of masterpiece. Another one is play, purpose, masterpiece. Because I told you that when you connect the play means innocence. It means that playful, lighter approach to life. When you connect that with purpose, and purpose means the highest calling that you can feel in this moment. When you connect those two, you are creating a masterpiece. I have, this is just a very simplified version of this absolutely beautiful manifestation of your own creativity in life, right? Because make no doubt, you are a creator of your own destiny. And you are either creating it unconsciously, unaware, randomly, or you are aware of this and you have become a deliberate creator and you are co-creating your experience in life. So this is very important. And this play purpose masterpiece, if you connect with me in those conversations, oh my goodness, those will be very, very inspirational. There are only 2 more hashtags to go. And this one, I am telling you here, I don't know if I can make this any more public, this announcement. And I certainly don't want to go and post it in the messenger, but kill the messenger. I'm inviting you to open conversation, certainly open conversations with me, because if you send me a private message, you may miss my attention. But if you direct it to me in this way, I will respond to you and we will have a conversation, the conversation that will uplift both of us and also have the opportunity to enlighten someone else. We don't want to hide that conversation and keep it private. The number of times that I have had one-on-one discussions with someone that could have benefited many people, and we have said that. And in some cases, we were able, if that conversation was recorded, we were able then to cut that part and post it and share it to benefit of many. So kill the messenger, save yourself time. This is exactly how you can gain more time in your life by doing this. I'm inviting you to do it. I'm doing it. So as of after this, you won't be able to reach me through messenger. As I said, if you have something private to discuss, then please just send me a message and I will give you my email. And then for everything else, my friend, I always use this hashtag on every single platform. Don't be scared of using hashtags on Facebook. In fact, I invite you to type in the hashtag like Indigo and Verdigris and go and see the posts that have that hashtag. The amazing thing is you will be able to see and participate in all of these conversations. You will have the opportunity to put your comment there and to join in. And also, even if this was posted inside a private group, you still get to see that post. You might not be able to interact with it, but at least you will know where this was posted. And if that resonates with you, you can then ask to join my community, which you will be welcomed to. But it is a private community because we are covering subjects sometimes that members want to keep private. They're discovering some things about their own creativity, about their own expression in life, which we just safeguard that and keep it in that container. So all the conversations about creativity, all the conversations about what I am doing, about how you can reach me, about where you can find me, will be on this hashtag. So, having said all of that, and I won't go through them again, but because I've done it one by one, I just want to tell you, excuse me, I would like to invite you to use these hashtags and to join me in open conversations, right? I am participating in all of the conversations that I have mentioned above. And okay, let's do it. Let's run through them briefly. I will just, without explaining in too much detail, I will go through them. So make a difference. How do you show your love? Make a difference. Share the lesson. Remember, go live or record a video or write a post or write an email, a letter to somebody who you care about and share with them what have you learned in the past 7 days. What are those most important lessons in life that you learned? You will see how that elevates both yours and their experience in life. Define your meaning. Tell people what you mean, because sometimes some popular meanings of some terms have gone, a little bit distorted, maybe that original thing, or maybe you regard it as something much deeper. Make sure that you define this and that you explain it when you are engaging in those conversations. Next one, create your purpose. Actively participate in discovering true life lessons where life is guiding you to go and how you are doing in that journey. I would love to be part of that conversation with you. Open conversations. Oh my goodness, they are everywhere, and they're certainly going to be a lot more on this platform. From now on, all of the conversations that I am having with anyone will be open conversations. And co-creator, as a direct result of the open conversations, come this beautiful co-creation. Open spirit, be giving of your energy, be giving of who you are, and don't worry about what is coming back. If you notice that something is just, being taken advantage of, then don't go in that direction. Don't go in that direction, but don't deny yourself the opportunity to be giving to everything out there. Just give. This energy is never misread, right? And you will reach the right people when you do that, I promise you. Unconditional. When you give and when you come from that open space of giving, give it unconditionally. Ask yourself, how can I be more unconditional today than I was yesterday? And when you change your setting to unconditional, my God, the world becomes a different place. I live that life. And I have been witness to so many beautiful miracles where people have turned very difficult relationships that they have had with loved one into just a collaboration, just a concert and harmony. That is what I want for you. And you get it by you first being unconditional. Use this hashtag, please, because I want to be in touch with you and part of those conversations. I want to share what I know from my experience and help you ask yourself the right questions. This is your moment. You have a story to share. Do you have a story that is going to offer someone else a hope out of a dark place? You've overcome something beautiful and significant in your life, something that was difficult, something that challenged you, something that no one else thought you could do, but you held on to that belief. Share it, use this hashtag, and I want to invite you to be a guest on This Is Your Moment podcast. Let's help the world to become to realize how beautiful and how complete in our imperfections, in our incompleteness, in our evolving, we already are. Play purpose masterpiece. I don't need to say anything more about this. Kill the messenger. Stop talking to me, don't DM me, just write it on my wall. Just send me a message there. You have a question, you have a proposition, you want to collaborate with me, you want to do anything that you want to ask or propose, do it right here on my wall. You are welcome. Indigo and verdigris. That is the hashtag that I'm using across all the platforms, and I am documenting this journey step by step. My golly, 5 years, 5 years of being absolutely aligned with the path that I am taking in life, with my path, with my truth. I wouldn't recommend anything else to anyone else. I am defining my own freedom. I am defining my own success. I am defining my own happiness. And I am setting an example for people in my community, for people in my family, for everyone who comes in contact with me, to all my friends. So this is an invitation for you to join these open conversations. Use these 12 hashtags, use them, and you will witness that they are your gateway to a more elevated, higher standard of life. You will find yourself in a different place than where you are in this moment. You will discover that there is more and that you can reach that more. It's within grasp. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you. If you have lasted this entire video, please send me a comment again in that open conversation in the comments and tell me that you have watched this video and what has this video inspired you. What was the hashtag that touched you the most? What is the subject that you are talking about already, or the subject that you want to know more about? Do join in all of these conversations. I will be waiting to hear you. And in the meantime, I wish you well, and I will be back soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.